I have a question. Why do many Arab countries love the United States? On the surface, this may sound strange. After all, anti-American slogans and protests are common across the Middle East. But while the streets may chant against Washington, many Arab governments quietly depend on it. For them, the US means survival, wealth, weapons, and power. From oil and investment to military bases and political backing, America offers what no other power can. At the political level, many Arab states embrace relations with the US because it helps secure their regimes. Survival is the first priority of every government, and in the Middle East the challenges are numerous: internal dissent, coups, civil wars, and the ever-present danger of external rivals. American backing provides rulers with a protective shield. Washington offers intelligence cooperation, diplomatic cover, and even direct military support when regimes feel threatened. Beyond regime survival, alignment with Washington provides international legitimacy. In the global system, American support opens doors at the United Nations, in financial institutions, and with Western allies. When Arab governments are accused of human rights abuses or lack of democracy, American diplomacy often moderates international criticism, allowing regimes to withstand external pressure. US recognition and cooperation therefore enhance political standing abroad, which in turn strengthens confidence at home. Economics is another powerful reason behind Arab states' affinity for the US. Energy is the obvious starting point. Since the mid-20th century, oil and gas from the Arab world have been indispensable to the global economy. The US has historically been a major consumer and remains a dominant player in energy markets. Even as American domestic energy production has grown, Arab states continue to view the US as both a customer and a stabilizer of energy flows. This interdependence secures Arab export revenues and integrates them into the global system. Trade and investment also matter. Arab governments see the US not only as a market but as a source of technology, advanced services, and foreign direct investment. The Gulf states in particular have sought American expertise in finance, construction, healthcare, and higher education. Cooperation with US firms helps diversify their economies away from oil, a goal that has become urgent in recent years. On the other side, sovereign wealth funds from countries such as Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates invest heavily in American companies, real estate, and technology ventures. These financial flows tie Arab elites closely to the US economy. Foreign aid and assistance further deepen the relationship. For example, Egypt has for decades received billions of dollars in American aid, much of it for military modernization but also for development projects. Similarly, Jordan relies heavily on US assistance to sustain its economy and manage its large refugee population. Aid provides a cushion against domestic unrest and allows regimes to maintain public spending without imposing unpopular taxes. In practice, American economic support strengthens the social contract between Arab rulers and their populations. Geopolitics is perhaps the most decisive reason why Arab states continue to value US partnership. The Middle East has always been a region of intense rivalry. Monarchies against republics, Sunni against Shia, Arab states against non-Arab neighbors such as Iran, Turkey, or Israel. In such an environment, aligning with a global superpower offers a strategic hedge. For Saudi Arabia and the Gulf monarchies, the key rival is Iran. Ever since the 1979 Islamic Revolution, Iran has projected itself as a revolutionary force, challenging American influence and threatening Gulf monarchies. In response, these states have leaned heavily on Washington as a security guarantor. The US presence in the Gulf, with bases in Qatar, Bahrain, and elsewhere, reassures these monarchies that they are not alone against Tehran. Other Arab states use the US relationship as a balancing tool in different ways. Egypt, after shifting away from the Soviet Union in the 1970s, discovered that American support could unlock international loans, mediate peace with Israel, and provide weapons superior to those of regional rivals. Jordan has leaned on Washington to balance both Palestinian unrest and regional pressures. Even Morocco has found in the US a valuable partner in its territorial dispute over Western Sahara, receiving recognition of its claims in exchange for normalization with Israel. Geopolitical utility also extends to counterterrorism. After the rise of groups like Al-Qaeda and ISIS, many Arab regimes realized they could not confront these threats alone. American intelligence, drones, and special operations have been critical in weakening terrorist networks. Cooperation in counterterrorism is often quiet and hidden from public view, but it represents one of the strongest pillars of Arab-US relations. Finally, US mediation plays a role, whether in peace negotiations with Israel, managing intra-Arab rivalries, or handling crises in Lebanon. Washington often steps in as the external broker. Arab regimes may criticize American bias, but they also know that the US is often the only actor with the leverage to bring parties to the table. Military relations are the most visible dimension of Arab ties with the US. The region has become one of the largest markets for American weapons. Fighter jets, missile defense systems, tanks, and precision munitions are all purchased by Arab states, ensuring that their militaries remain modern and capable. Weapon sales also symbolize political trust, since such technology is not provided to hostile governments. Beyond arms sales, American bases and forces are stationed across the region. The Fifth Fleet in Bahrain, air bases in Qatar and the UAE, and rotational deployments in Kuwait and elsewhere demonstrate the depth of US commitment. Hosting American troops not only provides immediate protection but also deters rivals. For local regimes, these bases are an insurance policy against sudden threats. It is important to note that this alignment with the US was not always the dominant approach. In the 1950s and 1960s, Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt symbolized Arab nationalism and anti-imperialism. He opposed Western influence, rejected American demands, and turned to the Soviet Union for weapons and support. Nasser's rhetoric inspired millions but also led to military confrontation and economic difficulties. After his death, Egypt shifted course under Anwar Sadat, embracing the US as a partner. Muammar Gaddafi of Libya was another staunch critic of the US. He presented himself as a revolutionary leader resisting Western hegemony, funding insurgencies abroad and confronting American forces directly. His anti-American stance isolated Libya diplomatically and economically. Eventually, Gaddafi attempted a partial rapprochement with the West in the 2000s, but by then his regime was weak. In 2011, NATO intervention helped topple him, showing the danger of prolonged hostility to the US. Saddam Hussein in Iraq also clashed with Washington. Saddam initially had pragmatic ties with the US during his war with Iran, but his invasion of Kuwait in 1990 turned him into an adversary. The subsequent wars devastated Iraq and left a cautionary tale for Arab rulers who might be tempted to defy the United States outright. These examples underscore a lesson that many Arab regimes have internalized. Open confrontation with the US is risky, often disastrous. Cooperation, even if uneasy, provides security, legitimacy, and resources that are hard to replace. So why do many Arab states love the United States? The answer lies less in affection and more in cold calculation. Politically, American backing ensures regime survival and international legitimacy. Economically, it guarantees access to markets, investment, and aid. Geopolitically, it balances rivals and provides leverage in conflicts. And militarily, it delivers weapons, training, and security guarantees unmatched by any other power. While Arab populations may express anger at American policies, especially regarding Palestine or wars in the region, ruling elites often find themselves tied to Washington by bonds of interest and necessity. The fate of anti-American leaders like Nasser, Gaddafi, and Saddam Hussein reinforces the dangers of defiance. Today, even as new powers like China and Russia seek influence in the Middle East, the United States remains the partner of choice for many Arab regimes. Love may not be the right word, but loyalty born of survival and benefit keeps Arab states close to Washington.